Musically.
Welcome to Relationship Soup. I am your host, Lisa Hughes. Thank you all for joining me today. I have a dynamic show lined up. I hope you all have had a fantastic week. So today I have a very special guest. He's also a dynamic soul. And his name is Lamont Stokes. He is an entrepreneur. He's a husband, father, and he is also known as the host with the Holy Ghost. Okay. So we're going to be talking to Lamont today about things that he has going on, as well as entrepreneurship, working as a team with his wife, right? How many of us have been in a situation where we've actually had to start a business, or we're in a business, or in a situation where we have to exercise teamwork with our significant other, right? So we're going to actually get into that. So stay tuned. This is going to be a great show. So without further ado, let me go ahead and welcome Lamont to the stage. Come to the stage.
Yeah, host with the Holy Ghost, Lamont Stokes. Let's get it. What's
Hey,
going
Lamont.
down, Miss Hughes?
Hey, living my life and loving everybody in it. You hear me?
Speak on it. Funny thing is, that's in my natural conversation, so that's why I just named my company Speak on It, because I always say that. So
Absolutely. And that's a beautiful thing, right? So tell
yeah.
our listeners about you, because I know you are doing fantastic things, right? I know most of these listeners probably know about you, but for the ones that might just be a little, not sprinkled with who you are, please share.
Okay. I like to go back a little bit. I used to rap, and I love rap. I still rap, but I used to like go hard at it. I wanted to be an artist and all this, so blah blah blah. And God showed me a different route. He was like, "Look, take your break. There's something else you could do." And I'm like, "What else can I do? All I know is rap music. All I know is writing rhymes and doing that." And it's like he just opened my eyes up to so many other things, like hosting events, throwing parties, being a DJ, all kind of stuff. So once he downloaded all this stuff in me, that's what came out.
Oh, I love it. I love it. See, that's what it's about. Purpose, following purpose, right?
Yeah.
That's absolutely what's about. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this thing, because in relationships, we talk about so many different things, right? And I
Mhm.
love to talk about marriages and things of that sort more, right? Because it seems like a lot of commentary out there, a lot of posts, whatever, is kind of focused towards the singles and, people
Yeah.
who are not married, right? And
Yeah.
that's why I appreciate and thank you again so much for being a guest because I love to shed light on marriage and marriage related topics, right? So
Yeah.
ask you. So tell us about the businesses that you and your wife have together.
Okay. So Patrice Stokes is my other half, my better half, some might say. But like she's matched me more than anybody I've ever dated, talked to, whatever. Like this chick is me in a female form. So it was like once we got together, it was like it was supposed to happen with synergy right away. And she does poetry. So with me promoting and doing all the stuff that I was doing, we actually had this conversation, this question asked on Fox 59 and Channel 8. But what I came up with is why am I promoting just the stuff that I do? I need to promote this poet. She's a poet. So I'm like, hey, let's do some poetry and you start doing live events. And she was nervous at first, but I'm like, man, you dope at this. This is what you do. And so we came up with Spoken Word Wednesday. That's what it was called originally, but it grew into Spoken Word Elevated. So or it elevated to Spoken Word Elevated.
Love it. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Absolutely. So that's beautiful how y'all came together and the skills and talents that you have, you just basically complement each other and y'all making it
Yeah.
work. So
Yeah.
the
I mean, oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. There's a delay. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, like, yeah, we with doing spoken word elevated, we started what 2 years ago, and it's blowing up. Like we eventually what we were doing at first was doing like events at different venues to kind of promote that like own business. And we would do it on Wednesday. That's why it was originally called Spoken Word Wednesday, because we knew Wednesdays was like a slow night for businesses. So we would bring people to them. And then once it caught on, like the AMP found us and they were like, no, you need to come here and you need to be a part of what we do. And they kidnapped us and they kept us. So we've been with them for a whole year. So out of that 2 years, we've been with them for a year.
Okay, that's beautiful. And that's a beautiful thing too. I always feel like when you are walking in purpose, you are taking that step, it just seems like opportunities and blessings come to you. I mean, when you put in the work, right? So that is really
Yeah.
beautiful. Now let me ask
Oh
you
yeah.
this because work life balance, right? So how do you and Patrice, how do y'all find balance, right? Because I'm sure y'all got this going on, you got this event, you got all these different things. Like, how do y'all balance it all?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like we started like this. Like I was already doing what I do, with music and all that stuff. And then she's busy all the time too. Like she's a therapist, she's a poet, a photographer. So she does a lot too. So when we met, it was kind of like we just started just putting our schedules together and it started lining up, and it was like, well, you busy all the time, I'm busy all the time. We might, matter of fact, Lisa, she's so busy she couldn't even come to this because she's going so she's going to, because I told her, I was like, well, look, we can get online, but she's actually in St. Louis right now. So we just figured it out, man. It was natural. It was easy for us. It was like, you already do stuff, so just keep doing what you do, and I already do stuff, and then when we meet in the middle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, what kind of challenges have y'all experienced as business partners, if any?
Great question. Our challenges are we're both like headstrong, we're both opinionated. So I'm telling you, I literally married myself. So it's the stuff that I don't like about me. That's pretty much her, and the stuff she don't like about herself is pretty much me. So the challenges are just making sure we can do everything that we like to do, because we're always doing something. going out of town, doing an event, something. So we had to make sure that we love on each other just as much as we hustle and we work.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let me ask you this. Because you both obviously have this connection and understanding with each other, right? So like
Hmm.
how do y'all ensure to keep the communication good within y'all? W-
Oh, I
Between
like that.
within y'all.
Yeah. Well, we go to church too. Shout out to Solid Word Bible Church. That's my church. So we go
Absolutely.
to church, and hence the host with the Holy Ghost. But uh, with us going to church together, we really have a lot of the same interests. So that helped us out a lot. That we have the same interest. A lot of people want to book us together. So
Mhm.
when we do events, it's not just me by myself. It's not just her by herself. We do that, but most of the time it's me and her. So we really get to work with each other and work off of each other.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So let's see here. Has there been anything negative about having a business together? Because I mean, we've all heard like, "Yo, you should never work with the person that you with," right? You know, you know what some of the adages are, right? So,
Yes.
like, what, if any, have been some negative impacts?
Um, I don't think there's been anything negative other than um we want to do a lot. Like between me and her, we want to do a lot. Like for the community, for our friends and family. We're big on family, and it's just nothing negative. It's just challenging. Just the challenges that we go through trying to put events together. Because sometimes I want to separate from what we do to what I do. So like I have an event coming up called the Speaker Box where I'm doing my television show and stuff like that. And so I wanted to separate that from Spoken Word Elevated because Spoken Word Elevated is me and her. But the Speaker Box is me. Please forgive me. My dogs are having a
Look,
moment.
y'all are more than welcome to put it in.
Look, they'll tell you straight up. No, he lying. This what if they can talk. This what they be going through. I know. I hear it. Nah, but that's pretty much it. It's kind of like just getting that separation from what she does and what I do.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's not
So
really negative. It's just a challenge. Just a challenge.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And this is so refreshing. This
yeah,
is so refreshing. And of course I've had the opportunity to meet you two, right?
yes.
Dynamic
Yeah.
energy, beautiful couple, right? So that's always
Oh,
really
appreciate it.
absolutely beautiful. Like I think we were downtown. I can't remember what event it was, but
Butter it was butter last year, not this year. Last year. Yeah,
absolutely. And then there was another one during the summer. It was but anyway,
yeah.
beautiful couple, beautiful energy. Uh what advice for other couples? Because I want to get into what you all have going on because I know you've got some great stuff coming up that our
Yeah.
listeners are definitely probably going to be interested in. So what advice would you give couples that are thinking about starting a business together?
I think my advice would be come up with a plan, stick to that plan. Because a lot of times you'll come up with a plan, but you won't stick to it because like something may not happen the way you want it to. So you're like, that ain't gonna work. And what I've noticed is with us, because like with Spoken Word Elevated, when we came up with the idea, it was nerve wracking because we was going through different businesses, and some of the business they didn't get it. They didn't really understand what we were doing until they seen the crowd. Then it's like, it's amazing. It was like we told you it was amazing. We let you know that in the beginning, but uh, we could have got discouraged and we could have just said, forget it. We don't want to do it. But having my partner, having my best friend with me, I can talk to her. She could talk to me. She's pretty much the warrior. Sorry, Patrice, but you are. She's the warrior. And I'm the one that's kind of like, nah, we're gonna be good. It's gonna be chill, like be cool. And I think us being able to do that for one another, I think that helps us out a lot. because you could sometimes when you're doing things on your own, it's just you. So you don't have anybody to like bounce off the idea with. And with oh, okay, now I'm gonna hook you up, Patrice. So one thing I learned was with me, I am a big picture. I already have like, oh, we're gonna do this and it's gonna be that. And this is, I got all these ideas. Patrice is the she does the intricate thoughts and this is how we get to this and this is how we get to that. And I'm like, man, I'm so happy and so blessed to have her because she can get me to places that I didn't know I could go because I'm already thinking I'm already there in my head. So that's great having a partner. I'm just gonna be honest. When people say they don't, oh, it's hard to work with your spouse or what, I'm like, I don't know any different. Like me and her working together makes this work, you know? So that I love it.
Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. See? And I'm so glad to get this from a husband's point of view, right?
Yeah.
So very dope. Now, what you all have achieved so much. So, like, what are some of your biggest? Uh, what are some of your biggest achievements as a couple? Like, because I mean, y'all are doing it, right? So, what would you say some of your biggest achievements besides starting the business?
Okay. Well, I would say everything that we do is big to me. I think one thing that I really enjoyed that we did, and it blows my mind that we did this, is during COVID. Because like I started speak on it during COVID. So during COVID, I have a radio station, and we were doing the radio station online and everything. But me and her, because she likes being in public eye and stuff too. We started doing these things called Turn Up Tuesday topics. And with the Turn Up Tuesday topics, man, we just would like give away money, cash at people, stuff like that. And then they would call. We do she loves games. I do too. So we would do trivia games, and then she knows my heart because I love 90s stuff. So she started doing like 90s trivia, and I was like, oh yeah, so I'm going nuts about this 90s trivia. I know about Martin, I know about Tupac, I know about Biggie, so we doing stuff like that. And so we started playing this game where like I'm the music guru, and if you could beat me, nobody can. But anyway, if you could beat me, and she stroked my ego a little bit, and I appreciated her for that. So I think that was one of the biggest things we've done, in my opinion, other than Spoken Word Elevated being at the AMP for a whole year. Like it after we went to the AMP, like I said, the AMP came to us, and after we went to them, it seemed like we just skyrocketed after that. Like we've been on, like I said, Fox 59, Wish TV. I ended up working with Wish TV, so I work with Wish TV now, and it's just been wonderful. Like God's just been opening doors for us that we didn't know we can walk through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, like, how do you envision the future of your business and your relationship evolving together? Like, how do you envision
Okay. Well, the way I see it, Patrice may see it differently, but the way I see it is we're probably not going to be here. I don't think we're going to stay in Indianapolis too much longer because Texas is kind of calling me. Like, we went to Texas and I started to see like it is more of what we do down there. And I was like, whoa, like this is probably where we need to go. And she likes it. Patrice likes Texas too. So, and a lot of our friends moved to Texas as well. So we have no married couples here. So it was kind of lonely because it's like, you know, we come as a package, so it's kind of hard to have a single friend. We have them, but it's kind of hard to have single friends because we want to do stuff as a couple. So I would think, us in the future, we probably move to Texas. I probably hurt one of these dogs.
it? Your fur baby was like, no, we not.
We ain't moving to yeah, but I think in Texas, I'm thinking what else? We would probably get a building.
Mhm.
I think that's the goal, is to get a building because I love the AMP. I want to continue doing it at the AMP, but we want our own space. Like we want somebody to come to us for the Spoken Word Elevator, to come to us for the speaker box, and all the other stuff that we do. We do a lot. So, we kind of want to have an in-house thing so that way people can just come to us and she could take the pictures there. I could put you in a magazine. We put you on the radio station, all that, blah, blah, blah. All in
That
one
is beautiful. An empire. You hear me?
speak.
An
Yeah,
empire.
I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
This is my baby, but
Look, look,
you
look. Let
gotta get she
her.
got no, she is truly our child, because our fur baby for real, because she has to be seen.
Look, give her some camera time. Give her some
All
camera.
right, come here, baby. Come here. Come
What's
here.
her name again?
Her name is Akila, and then we just got a puppy, and his name. Come on, baby. Look, okay, there. This is Akila. If she get on, don't do that. But if she get on that's
We see you,
Akila, and then
Akila.
huh?
I said we see you, Akila.
And then we have our new baby, which is we call him Q-Tip, because I like rap music. So
Oh
I,
yeah.
I did Tribe Called Quest. So this is Q-Tip. He's adorable too. Hold on, let me see if I can get his face.
Oh,
Will you look in the camera? Look in the camera. Look. You
oh,
don't
now
want
I want the attention now. Oh, okay. Y'all just want us to hear you.
to speak.
Right? I see you. I see you. Well, please tell our listeners what's going on. Like you have some major stuff coming up, so plug it.
Thank you. I appreciate that too. Yeah. So next Friday, oh my God, I can't believe it's that quick. But next Friday, December 8th at 5
Well,
p.m.
this
time.
Friday.
Yes,
This
yes.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep, December. Well, actually, I need to do before that. So Wednesday we have Spoken Word Elevated,
Mhm.
and that's gonna be amazing. So that is the second. So yeah, Spoken Word Elevated, and then Friday we have the speaker box. And the speaker box is, I'm excited about the speaker box because this is the first time we're going to have a live studio audience. So I cannot wait for that. Yeah. Claps, noises from the crowd. Yay. That type of stuff. But anyway, we're going to have that going on. And we're going to have live performances from like Locksmith Simone Ray, Big Boss C Plus. Shout out to Fresh Does It, who is a platinum producer. He's an actual platinum producer. Who else we got? We got Crucial Jackson, Torian Longino. Who else? Please don't get mad at me, y'all, if I forget you. PG Money. Yeah, PG Money. And I mean, like, it's going to be amazing because we got the Yummy Girls, and the Yummy Girls are like my models that I have. So they are going to be like bottle service and all that stuff. So we got a nice little hookup. It's going to be amazing. And I got a special guest coming too. I think you know her. I think y'all met before. Her name is
Yeah.
like Lisa Hughes.
I was telling them
Yes. Yeah.
in the building, right?
Got to.
I'm
So
excited.
yeah, me
I'm
too.
excited. It's just
Yeah.
all so refreshing because we pretty much we grew up together,
Oh
right?
my
And
God. Look, they don't know. Like we've been
it's
knowing each other for real, forever.
like I'm talking about like Tonka trucks and well, you
Yes.
didn't have Barbies and like that, but I'm talking about like we was kids, like big wheels.
Kids. No,
Oh my
I've heard, and you asked your mama this, but I've heard we were in a bath together. Did you hear that? So I'm like, are you serious? Do I know Lisa that well? I'm like, wow. Patrice, you ain't hear
listen,
that.
listen. Hey, so y'all heard it here first, right?
Yeah.
Y'all heard
I'm
it
like,
here
what?
first.
I'm like, wow, is it like that? But I know, birthday parties, everything, man. So we have literally grown up. I want to say this to you. I want to give you your flowers now. You, ma'am, are amazing. I love everything you're doing with Relationship Soup. I've been watching you. I always watch you. I always make sure you're okay. And I just been watching what you're doing, and I'm just like, this girl is amazing. So thank you so much for allowing me to be on your show, because I couldn't wait for you to do this. I've been wanting you to do this for the longest. Like, get the show.
Right.
What am I episode? What am I episodes?
Your episode. Okay, so this is episode 10, right?
Yes, let's go.
So
So
we're
I got
gonna
the first 10, baby. I'm in the top 10.
top
Yeah.
10, top 10,
Peacock.
top 10, right?
Top.
Absolutely. No, but I also want to give your flowers as well because it's so refreshing just to see your growth and everything that you're doing, not only on the business side for the community, and
Yeah.
that you're willing to take people with you, right?
Yeah.
Because you did hit
Yes.
me, hey Lisa, what you gonna do about why don't you, you know what I mean? And then it's
Yeah.
just like you willing to help me to have a piece of that pie, and I appreciate that. And it just doesn't stop with me. I'm just saying that's just the kind of person that you are,
Amen.
and that's
God for
beautiful.
that.
And I'm
Thank
just proud of you, just even as a brother doing it,
you. I'm proud of you.
maintaining your family, maintain, your marriage and just different things like that. And you are really squashing the stereotype because we need more of that.
Yeah.
It's not to say that it's perfection. It's just like, yo, look, example right here.
Yeah.
It ain't all men,
Yeah.
right? Right? Because here's one that's squashing the stereotype. So
Yeah.
I appreciate you, brother. And I'm going to be in the building on Friday. Man, now I'm thinking,
Oh,
what I'm gonna wear. I think what I'm gonna wear. You know how us women do. But
yes. I gotta do this. Just I know a lot of people don't understand why I do this. They're like, you throwing up gang signs? It's like, well, I do this because my cousin, and I always gotta shout him out. So thank you, Lisa, for this. But my cousin passed away. His name is Adrian Weathers, and like he would push me so hard, like to do this. He's like, Lamont, you got to get this stuff done. We don't live that long. And I mean, for him, he didn't even know he was dying, like, but he would always talk to me like that. And so this is us when I throw this up. So it's me saying, I love you. This is Hallville, you know what I'm saying? So you ever see me do that? That's why I do that. So I shout him out.
absolutely. Love and light to you
Yeah.
and your family, and rest is beautiful. So I know he's got to be smiling. Like, look
He,
at
he
mom.
better be.
Look, you
I'm
did
in grind
good.
mode.
So Lamont, tell people where they can find you, like on the social platforms and things of that sort. And we definitely are going to be posting the flyers. You all have probably already seen them about like where the event is and all that stuff. But first, let's plug your social media.
Okay.
Where can listeners find you?
Yeah. So just look up Speak On It Media on YouTube, Speak On It Media on Instagram, Speak On It Media on Facebook, or look up Lamont Stokes. You can Google me. I like that. You can Google me now. So I'm Googleable. Googleable. Google. I can't even say Googleable. Anyway, you can Google me and check me out on Google and stuff like that and see all the stuff that I do. So we got a magazine, we got a radio station, and we now have a television show. So we doing our thizzle, man.
Absolutely. And it's funny because I'm gonna tell you something. One time there was a show many, many, many moons ago. And
Mhm.
this cat, he came on, I'm telling you, he was cocky. He was like, yo, I'm it. And so
Uh-oh.
he was like, man, you can Google me. And I'm like, oh yeah, what's your color? You know what I'm saying? So I am doing the Google search and could not find, there was nothing
Oh,
on it.
damn it, man.
Nothing. I'm like,
Oh,
get
damn it, man. No,
full
you
of
can Google me. Look. Look, I Google myself to make sure that I can say that in interviews now. So, look,
okay,
I was like, it blew me away because I was like, whoa, I'm really, God has really allowed me to do some things because, like I told you, man, I thought I was gonna be this rapper, man. So I thought I was gonna be Jay-Z or somebody, and I was like,
okay.
God said, nah, man, that's not what we doing. We're not doing that. You're gonna be the host with the Holy Ghost. Shout out to
Hey,
God.
I love it. I love it. Now, before I get into the spiel about to close this thing out, because I know you got to go. You got
Yeah,
stuff to do, right?
I'm always
Um,
up.
what do you have any words of wisdom for our listeners? Any affirmations or anything that you want to share with listeners?
Oh, I love that. Um, put God first, in everything you do. Like, I am not perfect. I'm not like the person that, oh, follow me and do what I do. It's none of that, man. I follow God, and I know I'm a fall. I know that he'll pick me up though. So I would say put God first. Believe in yourself. Believe, when you start doubting things and you're like, oh, this ain't working or this ain't gonna happen, believe that God got you. It's gonna be okay. And God gave you those gifts, so he didn't give you those gifts for you to waste them. He didn't want you to waste them at all. He wanted you to glorify him and bless him. So he gave them to you to bless him. So that's what we're doing. So that's the reason why I always say I'm the host with the Holy Ghost, because I'm with God, the whole time. God's with me, so that's it.
That's it. That's
Oh, and
beautiful.
speak on it. You got to talk. Speak on
Hey, you already know. You
it.
got to. Words are powerful, right?
Words
Speak
powerful.
things. Hey, we manifest and we speak things too, right?
Yes.
So for our listeners, thanks so much for listening. And my mama always tell me, you better shout me out. Mommy, thank you for listening. And thanks for bathing us when we were young. Like
You know
you,
what I'm saying?
you and Lamont mama.
You sound like my very first interview, Lisa, was, and shout out to Cedric the Entertainer. My very first interview was Cedric the Entertainer, so I'm a little spoiled. And that's exactly what he said. Shout out to Lamont Mama. I love that. It's like everybody says that now too. So yeah, shout out to my mama, man. Shout out to Lisa's mom too. I love you, Pat. Man, you pretty much, you know, we fam pretty much. So it goes down. Shout out to your brother too. I miss your bro. I ain't talked to
Oh
your brother.
my gosh. You
Yes.
ain't gonna believe how tall this dude is. This dude is
That's what
like,
my mama told me. Yeah.
oh, like
Yeah.
tall. Crazy. So yeah, absolutely. And you know, Cedric is good people. I actually met him.
He
And
is
I
amazing.
ain't no name dropping nothing, but I'm saying like when I worked in,
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to meet him. Very, 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 very cool brother.
Look,
All
nah,
right.
you can name drop as much as you want. You a Lisa Hughes, girl. Whatever. Shoot. We know how you get down. Look, the supers, I don't know what we call it. The, what do you call them? Yeah, pop that collar. What do you call your listeners? The supers? Yeah, the supers. We souped. We ain't soup.
Hey,
I
bars.
love it.
But
This was
thank
fun, man. Thank you so
you
much.
so much. Thank you so much. For our listeners, y'all know where to find us. Please join the Relationship Soup group on Facebook. We are 25K strong, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
25K. Lamont, you remember when I only had like it was like
Yes.
a little it was a sprinkle.
And
But
you
now
blew up like out of nowhere. It was like, wow. Yeah.
so that and then we are on YouTube at Relationship Soup period. They made me put the period. So I
Yes.
had to,
You got to
and so
you got to
then,
put
yeah, that's how you find us. Relationship Soup period. So
yes.
thank you all for listening. And as I say, just love yourself, right? Just love yourself, right? So that's all I have for us on today. Tune in next week. Of course, we got another dynamic show. We love you and we thank you.
And that's love for my dogs too.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace.